Okay, ladies and gentlemen, big show we're going through at the moment. I thought, look, I see the West Coast Melbourne game. I watch the results, and I think, who can we chat to about this?
Really good game.
And I thought, footy with Broden Kelly. What's he doing? He's a big Melbourne man. And I wanted to get the full debrief between Dan and Broden, a couple of Nuffies, all right, going head to head. Mate, thanks for joining us. Big fan of what you're doing over in Melbourne, the footy with Bro. Love it. Thank you for joining us.
Gents, Dan, Const, lovely to see you. And Will, that's a free kick, Schofield. What lovely after the call yesterday. Oh, my God, 3 hours with you. That all I wanted to do today was just hear more of Will Schofield's fucking voice. So, no, it's good to be here. It must be a special day in Perth today, and I feel it. And congratulations to everyone over there. Is it magical over there today?
It's magic. Yeah, I woke up sometimes when you get like a new lease on life and you're just happy for some reason. That's how I woke up this morning.
Was there a few like quite stiff and crusty towels lying around your house?
Just really happy. My little shrine to Harley Reid is just live and well. There's candles everywhere. It's a good time to be a West Coast fan right now.
And for the D's, they felt like fast eddies yesterday in that they no longer belonged in Perth. There was a time when we were the toast of Perth in 2021, and now we're no longer welcome.
The borders were locked, weren't they? You didn't come over for that. A couple of boys did. They went to jail, didn't you? That wasn't you, was it?
Yeah, I would have gone to jail. I was shooting I'm an actor sometimes, and I was shooting a TV show in Far North Queensland where no one cares about AFL, and so I was just walking around in a Guernsey after the premiership in Cairns for days, and no one gave a shit. So it was a weird experience for me. But were you both at that game?
I commentated it. I feel like walking around with the team jumper on would be like what the Gold Coast Suns feels like on a daily occurrence.
On match day at
exactly.
the game.
I could have been Matt Rowell for all intents and purposes. But no, it was can I just say I was blown away by Wallage Murrah. What is it?
Wallage Murrah. Jeez, it was fucking fun on the coverage saying that 1,000 times.
Yeah, no, you were all nailing it actually. But I was blown away, and obviously Harley Reid, like that performance, they'll make documentaries about, obviously. But I was actually more horrified of Waterman, and just a few others. All of a sudden, you look like you're just ready to go.
Yep.
And I felt it like you know how there's those like sometimes fish when they know that there's going to be a drought will put their caviar or their eggs into the earth and they'll sit there dormant. Yes. And it felt like yesterday the drought broke in WA and all of these nuffs just got a bit of water and all hatched and they're all back, and it's lovely to see you all again.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
I mean, like you've well and truly.
Oh boy, Jake Waterman's hand routine needs to be studied and investigated. Like that man cannot drop a football right now. It's incredible. Like it doesn't matter what ball comes his way, he's grabbing it.
Yeah, some of those as well. Oh my God, even Jaiden Hunt looked like an all-star yesterday. So that's really saying something. You know, it was a special day. And that crowd, I was there for the 2018 prelim.
Were you?
I flew in. I left home at 6 a.m. I flew over. I got to the ground, saw the eagle fly around, watched potentially a worse performance than yesterday, got back on a plane, flew home and was in bed by 1 a.m. Melbourne time. And I've never I think I genuinely lost about 5 years off my life, and then an extra one yesterday. So that's good.
So I was on the Debrief podcast during the week. Good bunch of lads.
Yep.
I tell everybody, I don't have a team I follow, right? So I grew up in Geelong. I was a Geelong boy for 17 years. I got drafted to West Coast. They were my employee. I never went for West Coast. Especially when I was dropped, I was like, I hope these guys lose so I can get a game again. So I finished my career at West Coast, and I've had 15 years out of the game from being a fan. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do here. So I think I'm a Giants fan at this stage. I pride myself on being able to call it how it is. I think I'm unbiased. I don't really fanboy West Coast. In fact, I've probably been the most critical person in West Australian media over here of West Coast over the last couple of years. I get on my phone last night. I see Broden Kelly coming at me about the commentary, but you were mild. The Melbourne Demons fans. It's you know how you're doing your little rankings of teams getting back to you. If I could do a rankings of personal feedback after being on national TV, Melbourne Demons #1 in terms of really fucking critical.
Well, you don't know the half of it, mate. So you would have seen a little bit, but you don't know how powerful the Melbourne supporters are, mate. You're going to start getting weird legal letters. You're going to start like deep in the government, like very wealthy, powerful people we are. And just in little slight ways, Will, your life's going to fall apart now. But no, I sent a message to Adam Papalia.
Yes.
I said, tell them both to shut the fuck up halfway through the game. I said, pull your head in. And he wrote back, he's like, I've told them. And I don't think he did.
He didn't fucking tell me. I would have tried to pull my head in, but I think it's very fucking hard to be unbiased when one team's playing like a piece of shit. You couldn't argue with me that Melbourne was shithouse yesterday.
No, unfortunately, I can't. I've got no legs to stand on there. I did think that they would come. I thought they were going to come in that third quarter, and I think they tried, but then West Coast were just up and about by that point, and I've disappointingly have no leg to stand on today, unfortunately.
There was also, I think, 14 free kicks to 2 in that third quarter. So the umpires were doing everything they possibly could to try bring you back into the game because obviously they want it to be interesting.
I'll leave you to it.
Well, you're a skillless side. That's the problem, Dan. You gotta, you gotta get your handballs and your tackles a bit more figured out. It's the Richmond. When you watch a Richmond game, you know how they're minus 150 free kicks.
Yes.
To the league. Do you think that's a skill thing, or do you think it's an umpires hate them thing, or a bit of both?
I think it's a skill thing. I'm with you. I hate watching Richmond. They're just so hard to watch.
Yeah, Josh Rotham gave away maybe 9 horrible free kicks, so him in particular.
Yeah, it's. I wonder with Richmond in particular. I wonder if it was a Damien Hardwick thing where he just said, "Nah, the mentality's actually worth it to, but when you're a bad team, it compounds even worse."
Yeah, correct.
But no, Will, I welcome you as the new Kane Corns of WA, and
it's great.
I hope to hear you more. You and Pav and Paps. Actually, it's a very good crew, and you deserve to be on Thursday nights. Don't you think there should be some West Coast games, Freo games, on the Thursday nights?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. But we're not doing them to finish the season, are we?
No.
Yeah, no, they're gone now.
West Coast have been shithouse though, so they're rarely getting it. I think we've got a random Friday night game coming up against Hawthorn.
What was my cane corns?
Someone referred to Scully over here as Kmart cane corns, which is forever one of the great nicknames.
Well, what does that make Kane Corns? Does that make him Meyer or something?
Yeah, David Jones or something.
Sort of like Hermes Kane. I am quickly keen to just chat about the club rankings and getting back to you. I enjoyed that a lot. We do similar things to you, contacting clubs. Hey, can we speak to this person? We'd like to have this person on. Mind you, and I hope you're the same, I could go direct to anyone I like. I could absolutely go, and the bringing in of the media management of clubs is more out of respect. Hey, I'm not going to go behind your back and get these people on.
Keeping people employed.
Some clubs, you've named and shamed them, which I bloody enjoyed. I haven't come out on that and done that. But some clubs are fucking awful. Like, fucking awful. Like, it's as if I'm asking, can we have the game plan? Can we have your game plan? We're going to publish it online, and we want everyone to see exactly what you're doing. What's AFL clubs? Have you found them?
Well, I'm not in footy world at all. Like, I'm a comedian, and I'm more interested in for our show. We're kind of more interested in talking to King Gizzard or Alex Leahy or
Ben Brown.
Ben Brown, Ben Brown.
Dan's favourite player, Ben Brown.
Favourite player.
Beautiful boy, beautiful man. Did you see him in the flesh last night?
Yeah, I sat alone. Dan got a signature off him
at
Gather-Round.
I saw him at Gather-Round. Yeah, I stalked the hotel that they were staying at, and I waited for him. I got a signature.
He's a very good, but yes, I'm in this position where I'm not too fussed if I get blacklisted by a club for, it doesn't affect me in any way. But indirectly as well, the stories I've heard about the way that some clubs can deal with social media, because I feel like the people who are dealing in the online space and making good content for online, that's kind of where we're all moving, right? It's going to be less the networks, and it's going to be more, people who make things for online.
Yes.
And the way that a lot of them are treated by certain clubs is actually abhorrent. Like, some of the clubs who just have decided, nah, no, we're not going to treat you with any sort of dignity. And it's crazy. But it also has entirely changed the way you talked about being the way that I think of football clubs. You talked about following GWS. I'm a paid up GWS member now, Will. I'd be just entirely because of the way that Jacob talks and the social media manager for GWS,
Yes.
Jacob Gaynor, talks to the media. But then secondly, when you are a member of GWS, you are genuinely treated like you're a platinum member with Qantas.
Yes.
Like there's a
We're members too.
correspondent.
We're members too.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
You get a correspondent who calls you and says, hey, how you going? And just wanted to check if you wanted a coffee or anything. Like, it's ridiculous.
Broden, we sponsored a player, right? We sponsored
Oh, yeah?
we sponsored Jack Buckley, and so as a part of that package, we get to have him into our workplace for like a 3-hour period whenever we feel like it.
That's absurd. It's absurd. It's wrong. Like, and West Coast with 450,000 members and $150 million in cash are like, have you ever heard from them?
Here, have a sticker. You'd be lucky to get a sticker. Are you a member?
I'm in the wings. I'm a member in the wings because there's too many members. So I've been waiting.
Too many members. Only
I'm
West Coast would say that.
I think I'm 7,000th in waiting.
Fuck me. That's disgraceful.
I'm a paid up Melbourne member, and they stopped giving scarves. This year, they genuinely just sent me an envelope with human feces in it this year. And they don't want to know me.
I thought they might have said maybe some RM boot polish or maybe.
Yeah,
some
not
tires.
Anymore. Nothing. They just assume you have all that. That's pure richness, isn't it?
Yeah.
When they're like, you know.
Oh, mate, it's brilliant. We do probably have to get back to the rest of the show. Love talking to you. We'd love to do some more stuff as the year goes. I don't know what, but we love your content, and hopefully
sure.
you can start just having a look at ours, and maybe you can come and join us for some more regular stuff.
I'm a fan from afar from everything you guys are making online. Really awesome. Congratulations to the entire state of WA.
Thank you.
But
Hey,
both of you as well.
Let's take on the AFL clubs. I feel like, especially the bad ones, not the good ones. We love the good ones, but a couple of the bad ones, I think naming and shaming them's a good
There's
idea.
been one who's referred to us as a competitor. Apparently, we have a team in the league, and they don't want us to succeed, and they refer to us as a competitor.
A competitor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine if BackChat got a footy team. If that was the 20th club, a third WA team.
BackChat.
Mate,
Could happen.
That'd be great.
now we're talking. If we want to work on something, that would be the one. Mate, we appreciate the time. Very generous, and I hope to see you a little bit later in the season.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Jez. Congrats, Eagles.